lift your car up or your truck, you see there's display. See, the wheel is moving, it means the wheel hub is bad. And when you spin it, you hear that noise too. So that's how you know you need to replace the hub. So let's go ahead and do that. First we have to remove the wheel, then we have to remove the complete disc brake assembly, and then we're gonna open up the nut that holds the axle, and then in the back probably there are 4 or 6 studs that we have to open, and the hub comes out. Also there might be a connection for the sensor, so we're gonna remove that. So let's go ahead and do this. I gotta tell you, this job was to replace the bearing, but it turned into a bigger job where I end up replacing the entire spindle knuckle. So follow me as I do the job. So we have to open this. You have to take this complete assembly out, and then we're going to remove this. Oh, by the way, we have to remove the rotor too as well. So we're going to remove this cotter pin. That's out of the way. Now we're gonna open up this thing in the back. This should be number 19, I believe. The back is number 19. We're gonna open up the whole caliper assembly. So there's 2 bolts you have to open up. Let me show you. So like I was saying, there are 2 bolts in the back. Number 19, one is here, the other one is here. Once you remove this whole assembly is going to come out. So now we have the whole assembly out. Just put it right here. Now the next big thing is to open up this nut right here. Now, so I'm using an impact gun. The socket number is 32. So, makes the job easier. Now this thing is out. So our problem is this thing right here. You see the play? That's the big problem. So now we have to open up these bolts right here, and they look pretty bad. They're all rusted. So let's see what we can do about that now. All right, there's a sensor right here we got to remove. All right, the next part is removing these 4 bolts. A little bit of pressure and it should work. And even it looked rusted, they came out really nice and easy, and that's good. And when I mean rusty, they're really rusty. You can see in a minute what I'm talking about. Or if you look at how bad they are, but we got it. So some of the screws are hard to get, but use all means necessary. This particular bolt that I'm removing is hard to access, so I'm using a different extension. It's on the right towards the bottom. So the bolts that hold the hub, they're number 17. So we got 2 out, we have 2 more to go. And to my surprise, the way they were rusted, they came out fairly easy. So it made my job really easy. Now we can open up the top one. Top one is out. Top one is out. Now what we can do, we can disconnect our sensor right here. So we can disconnect our sensor. So this is the update with the truck. As you can see, it's badly rusted, and taking this thing out is almost nearly impossible because it feels like it's welded in, and this thing, if you see, is bad. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna replace this whole arm and with the wheel bearing in it. So we have to open this, we have to open up this bottom one right here and this top one over here. This and this is easy to open, but the bottom one seems like an issue. So let's see if we run into any issue. And this from the dealer is about $400 something. This is about $267. And you know, like this new plate, everything was about like 700 something plus tax. So I decided to go the other route, and I went to junkyard and picked up a really nice piece that has the hub and everything, the plate, and end up paying only $80. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna open up the carter pin. We're gonna move this and this carter pin as well. So this carter pin is out too. So this nut over here is 21. I believe this is 22 over here. This is 21, this is 22. And we can open up these. This one opened up pretty good. Breaker bar. So that was not a problem either. Open up, pretty good. To separate the spindle from the lower ball joint, it requires a lot of hammering. I apologize, I lost that part of the video. I don't have it, but don't be afraid, it does require a lot of hammering, but it does come off. What we're gonna do, we're not gonna open up this all the way. Same thing we're gonna do with this one. We're not gonna open up all the way. We will tap with the hammer. Then we're gonna get to the most difficult one, which is right there. So here's the update. I opened up this entire thing. As I said, the only problem was this bottom one right here. You have to hammer like that thing right there. This one, you have to hammer it really hard for it to come out of this. And that was the only problem I had. Other than that, everything worked like magic. So we can install this thing back, and I'm gonna share with you. So what do we want to do? We want to clean the surface really good. Same thing we want to do here. Clean it really good, then you grease it. Greasing always helps, nothing wrong with that. Now we want to install our part back, but before we install, what we want to do is clean the surface here too. Surface is clean, then everything is good. Now we're going to reverse the process. I use the hammer, and also I use the C-clamp to press the lower ball joint into the spindle. Okay, now we're going to put our axle nut back together. The torque specs for this is about 101. Okay. It is at 110, 101, and that's all we needed. So make sure you put your cartons back. If you have new ones, put the new ones. Usually people don't use the old ones, but right now I don't have the new ones, so I'm gonna put the old ones, but I'm gonna get the new ones installed. So please make sure you install the new cotter pins. Okay, so we end up installing the complete spindle. We installed the rotor. The process is the same. Like I mentioned, for this nut, the torque is 101 foot pressure, and then we put the bracket on. Now we're gonna put the brakes on. We got to make sure we have all the hardware that we need. Slide the brakes on, and that's all to it. Now we can tie it up this bolt. So see, this nut is moving, so we're going to hold it tight like this. Good. We're going to put the cotter pin here, then put the wheel back, and we're good to go. Okay. So, small job turned into a big job, but that's what it's all about, right? So we end up installing the whole spindle. So guys, this is how we do it. If you like this video, it helped you, please press on like and subscribe the channel and become part of the small YouTube family. See you sometime somewhere soon. Bye bye.